Hey you guys, it's Cayley. We are doing a day in the life today. I have a pretty jam-packed schedule and I want to show you some of my morning routines. You guys have kind of asked like, what do I do at the beginning of every day to really set my day into motion? So I'm going to share my morning routine with you that happens pretty much every single day that I work. Plus, we are going to go sourcing later, and I'm actually going to take you to kind of a surprising place that you wouldn't think I would be at for sourcing. So stay tuned for that, but let's start with the morning. If you guys are new here, you probably don't know that I am an uber coffee snob. Like, it's so bad. We've got the drip coffee with the Keurig. We've got the DeLonghi espresso machine. We also have a coffee bean grinder, but lately I have been liking just making a drip coffee and then making a maple foam to put on top of it. So it's basically just oat milk, maple syrup. I steam it and pour it over drip coffee. It is so delicious, and I can't believe how well maple syrup sweetens stuff, and it's a perfect fall drink. If you haven't tried it, consider trying it. All right, so one of the very first things that I have to do when I wake up is wake up my tablet here. I like having two devices to kind of look off of. I could probably get a dual monitor, but this is just how I do it. I want to wake up List Perfectly, so I always have this open so I can get to it right away and I can just refresh it. And my auto delister from List Perfectly is almost always working, unless the tablet shuts off or loses battery or something like that. So it's already taken down items from last night. So I'm just going to open this up, and I'm actually going to each of the platforms on my computer so that I can cross-reference them to the ones that were delisted on List Perfectly, so that I can make sure that, just verify that everything's actually coming down correctly. With any of the tools for your business, you want to make sure that you verify that it's actually working, because they all have bugs, and they probably always will. Same thing with the platforms, and you just need to verify that things are working correctly. I usually check my auto delist about 3 times a day. So once when I get up in the morning, one time when I get home from work, and then one time before I go to bed. And that's usually enough to handle the amount that's coming through, and also to do little checks to make sure it's all coming down correctly. So I have to do that first because typically I'm here getting that done, and my employee is coming into the office pretty soon and she's going to start shipping. So I want to make sure to have everything taken down so that when she goes to ship, everything's easy for her and she doesn't have to worry about anything. Something else I like to do is always just keep an eye on my sales. So I'll look at how much we sold, what kind of items are selling, and get a general sense of what people are looking for. I like checking my own sold comps. That way when I go thrifting later today, I can kind of have that in the back of my mind of maybe some factors that I want to look for, some colors I want to look for, and just in general, what is performing well. Sometimes things surprise me with how quickly they sell, and I'll also keep that in the back of my mind in case I come across it again. And one more chart that I have on the computer before we start getting ready and diving into some other things is I like to cross post from eBay to List Perfectly, and I like to do it one day ahead of time. So I always go to my scheduled and I select everything that is going to be listed tomorrow, and it just basically helps me to stay on top of things. So while that's running, let's go do some other stuff. All right, so I am needing to get ready, but normally what I do after I do what I call my chores on the computer is I look at how much time I have left. I have kind of like a time schedule in my head of when I need to start getting ready. And depending on how much time that I have left, I'll do, 1 or 2 of the things that I want to do. So like almost as a reward to myself, and it just keeps my motivation, I guess, throughout the day. So one of the things I always make time for is reading. Normally I am just reading the Bible on the Bible app on my phone. I usually pick a plan, or sometimes I'll just start anywhere. Maybe if my church is reading a certain section, I will be in that scripture. So I'm going to do that here in just a moment. And then additionally, some other things I might want to do are edit videos like the one you're watching now. And I've also made a commitment to myself to eat healthier and to work out. So with whatever little time that I have left after getting my chores done on the computer, I will do a handful of those things or one of those things until my time runs out. Lately, I have been trying to work out at least once a day, even if it's something small. I either do that early in the morning or I do it later in the evening. I'm feeling doing it in the morning today, so I think I'm gonna do that. We've got very, very messy hair. Sometimes I do this in pajamas, but today we actually put on some workout clothes just for you guys.
Putting out soon. I also grabbed this Uniqlo.
So today I'm going to be using an indoor exercise bike. I was so excited to get this because, fun fact, I absolutely hate cardio. And so I really needed something that would trick myself into thinking it was a fun event so that I didn't skip out on working out every day. This is the Yesoul G1M Plus. It's basically a Peloton alternative. It's like the same product, but significantly less money. It actually makes cardio fun, and usually I actually forget that I'm doing cardio. I love this one because of the screen projection. You can plug your phone directly into this, which means you can watch Netflix, Hulu, YouTube, and enjoy unlimited streaming with plug and play functionality while you are working out to distract you from the fact that you're working out. And this really, really works for me. It also has surround speakers. So there's actually speakers in the rear. So it's a very immersive sound experience that makes exercising more engaging and more enjoyable. Let me show you a couple of its really cool features that can make you forget that you're working out. You guys know me, I'm a reseller at heart. So I'm usually watching YouTube reseller content. This morning, I was feeling like watching one of my favorite content creators, which is Thrifty. I really love her content because she focuses a lot like me on style base, factor stacking, and I've really learned a lot from her on picking up things that, I might have been glancing over before. If you guys are interested in checking out Yesoul, especially for Black Friday, they're going to have some deals. Check out the link in my description box as well as a coupon code for all of you. If you're someone like me who needs a distraction while you are working out, this is definitely an awesome product. Now to get ready. All right, so I am ready to go. We got clothes on, we got the makeup on. You guys have been asking me what it is that has been making my skin glowing. I'm pretty sure I've had like hundreds of comments at this point, which are all very flattering, but also kind of like, why has my skin changed so much that people are noticing? And I can really only attribute it to a couple of things. One is I have been eating better. Two, I have been drinking kombucha every day, which is something new that I've been doing. I don't know the science behind that versus skin, but I will say that that has been a major change where you guys might be noticing a change. That is a major change, definitely something that is different when I started noticing you guys' comments. And then lastly, and this isn't really a change, I've been using the same makeup products for probably like, I don't know, like 5 years. But I was just going to share that with you because a lot of times glowing skin is just from makeup. So I thought I would share that with you if you guys want to look it up. But I just use a very cheap foundation. I've used high-end foundations. This is my preference. This is my favorite foundation. It is by L'Oreal Paris. It is their Infallible Pro Glow. So that's where the glow is coming from. I'm in between colors right now, so I mix these two. And then I also use, this one is a prestige brand. It is NARS. I use their Creamy Radiant Concealer. So between those two things, I think that also attributes to the glowing skin. All right, let's head out to sourcing. I'm going to tell you guys where we are going. Right. It is definitely one of those mornings where you need like a winter coat outside, but then it's going to be 80 degrees later today.
So I'm also wearing flip-flops. So we're gonna let the car warm up, but let me tell you where we are going first to go sourcing. So quick story time. A couple days ago, I went to DSW, which if you guys didn't know, it's kind of like a TJ Maxx, but for shoes. It's designer shoe warehouse. And you can find lots of really amazing brands there, like higher end brands, but at a discount. They have a clearance section, and their clearance section is really, really big. Depending on what color tag is on the box, that determines your percentage off. So anyways, I was in the clearance section. I found some really awesome shoes for myself in the clearance section. And I was kind of like peeking around in the clearance section, and I looked down and there's this ginormous, gorgeous leather bag. I mean, you could tell from a distance how high quality it was. I picked it up and I was like, I don't see a lot of handbags at DSW. I know that they sell a couple like on the ends of the shelves or whatever, but just not generally ones of this quality. So I picked it up and I was like, oh, this is Bed Stew. And if you guys don't know, Bed Stew makes some really high quality leather goods. They're really well known for their shoes. And I picked up the bag and I was like, this is so nice. Like, I just want to feel it, get to know it, and like understand what the quality of a Bed Stew bag feels like. You guys get me. So I'm looking at this and Joe was like, oh, well, like you should get it for yourself. And I was like, no, I don't want it for myself. Like, I was looking at it for reselling, right? I'm a reseller. And so I'm looking at this bag and I look at the tag and it's listed for like $350 before the percentage off, around $350. It might have been closer to $400. And then I look at the color tag and it's 50% off, and I was like, wow, that's like a really great deal, but I still don't think like I want to pay that much to, you know, flip it. And Joe was like, well, maybe you should get it. And I was like, no, it's too much. So I put the bag back. We go to checkout. And I told myself, hey, while I'm waiting in the checkout line, I'm going to look up this bag just to verify like I'm not essentially making a mistake by leaving it behind. Something happens in the middle of my transaction. They think they have the wrong box. They don't have the wrong box, but it shook me up a little bit. And I kind of forgot about comping that bag. So I get all the way home, my whole day has passed, and I am about to go to sleep at night, and it dawns on me that I never looked up that bag. So I wake up and I grab my phone and I do a comp on this bag, only to realize it is an excellent, very particular style with 100% sell-through rate. So I was going to go back to that DSW today. I'll already be in the area for my sourcing route to hit some thrift stores in the area. So I'd like to stop there and see if the bag is still there 2 days later. Will it be there? I'm not hopeful, but I thought we could go check, see if that bag is still there, maybe do like some comps, figure out exactly how much it's going to be and a profit breakdown to see if it would be worth it to make a few $100s off of it. Plus, I'm not going to go through the entire clearance section, but I thought maybe I could point out like maybe 1 or 2 examples. We could do some comping to see if going through the clearance section at DSW would be worth it. Previous to this, I did not think that going through like TJ Maxx, DSW, I know some people do it, but I've tried to do it before and it's just never really panned out for me. But I did see some crazy deals while I was there, and it got me thinking that maybe it might be worth sourcing a couple of things from the DSW clearance section. So we will go there first. We'll see if that bag's still there. We'll check out a couple of items, and then we will head out to go to thrift stores.
I feel so stressed about whether this bag is here or not when I know it's probably not going to be. Oh my gosh, guys, it's still here. I feel like I have to whisper, holy cow. This is the bag. Now I feel like I gotta look at all these bags and some of the shoes to see if maybe it would be worth it to get them, because the purple tags are 50% off. So when I bought my shoes, they were also 50% off, but I was actually able to use a coupon with them. So I'm wondering if I could do the same thing for this, but let's pretend like it is not going to give me an additional coupon off, and let's put this into my profit breakdown to see if it would be worth getting at 50% off. I was looking at these because this is American Leather Company and they are a pretty good brand to resell. This one is half off. I checked comps. Not going to be worth getting it at even the half off margin, but pretty cool just to even think about the concept of getting some of these at 50% off. Kind of want these dogs for myself. They're $169, but they're an additional 20% off. They are really, really nice, but I don't need them. You guys will find this funny, but this is by Vionic.
All right, you guys, so I couldn't film much in there because there were like employees, people around. I had some lady on the phone next to me talking and I didn't want to interrupt her. So I could have spent all day in there. I did end up getting the bag. I did get 50% off of it. I could not use a coupon on it because it was like considered a luxury brand, so it was excluded from the coupon list. However, I did get 50% off, so that was about $165-ish is how much it costs, and I'm hoping to sell it for somewhere between $350 and $400. I'm basically going to be doubling my money. I don't normally make huge purchases like this, but to be honest with you, I am so intrigued by the idea of sourcing at DSW and flipping that I just want to kind of try it out and see how it goes. I don't normally pay up for things unless they have a 100% sell-through rate. This particular bag does have a 100% sell-through rate, has really awesome comps. Mine is brand new, nothing wrong with it, and so it should be very easy to list. It is just an experiment I want to try, and I will have to follow up with you guys to let you know how it goes. But back into our regularly scheduled day, which is going to thrift stores. So I'm going to head to some thrift stores in this area, and I'll show you some snapshots throughout the day of whatever I end up finding, and then we will round out the day with a total. One thing I love about paying up for items is, unlike the thrift stores we are about to go to, I can go to one place like DSW right here and make probably a couple $100 is what I will make in profit off of this bag. And that only took me about, if I were to just go get the bag, about 10 minutes to get, versus getting a net profit of about $20 per item would take me 10 times the amount of work in my normal, regular, thrifted sourcing to make the same amount of net profit. So that's why I do not mind paying up for things. Again, I really make sure that it has a good sell-through rate, but I'm able to make so much more money per my time, even when investing a little bit of money up front. All right, let's head to the thrift stores.
So during my sourcing trips, I found quite a few like style-based dresses. This one is by Hot Topic. Do not sleep on Hot Topic dresses. I wouldn't say you should pick up every single one, but a lot of them can be really great bread and butter pieces, sometimes $40 flips. That one was a blue velvet one is why I got it. Similarly to this is not Hot Topic, but this is also in that whimsy goth kind of fairy realm. It's also a great homecoming dress, so I'll include all of those keywords for those. Also came across
Banks. This is a size medium pair of pants. I try to focus on larger sizes or the dressier looking pants. I'm pretty sure these are called the Perfect Pant, and they flip well for me every single time. I surprisingly came across the exact same shirt that I have now found for the 4th time at this particular thrift store in different colors, and the other ones are already selling so well and so quickly for me. It is a Sonoma baby doll halter top, and they have been flipping for 25 to 30 bucks for me. Y2K baby doll tops are my favorite, like, bread and butter thing to pick up. Style base wise right now, I come across them so often. I actually came across so many Y2K tank tops this day that I actually created a reel for Instagram for it, so I'll share those with you right now. I did pretty good at that thrift store. I was there for quite a while, but I got I think a little over 20 items, a ton of Y2K baby tops. I have lots of style based stuff. I didn't really find any crazy insane bolos. Probably the best thing I found was a men's Lululemon shirt off of the new rack that still had the tag attached in a pretty interesting color, so I'm hopeful that potentially that one might sell for the most. Google Lens is like broken for me today. It's not working. It was working earlier today, and now every time I try to Google Lens something, it does not work. So I don't know what is up with that, but I am struggling with some things just to, you know, check those out and figure out whether to pick up items or not. So making a couple guesses on things, but so far so good. I'm gonna get some lunch and then I'm going to head to the next thrift store. I will probably just pop up maybe some clips if I find any special items for the rest of the day, and then I will follow up with you on our totals at the end of the day. So as you can see at this next place, I filled my entire cart. Really great stuff here. Here's a piece I just had on top. I've been looking forward to buying more hats since doing a hat deep dive in the group. That one was definitely a good one. I'll probably flip for 25. Here is a new brand I've never heard of called Underberg. I think it is a type of beer or brewery, but it had really great comps. I think that was actually going to sell for $30 to $35. And then probably my best find of today was this Todd Snyder Birdwell Britches collaboration. Never heard of this before. I have got to do some research on this, but I'm not going to pass up on a Todd Snyder collaboration. The store also seemed to have a mass donation of someone's Free People movement collection, so I did find a couple of key pieces that I really liked and put those in the cart. I also came across someone's collection of rip skirt Hawaii stuff, so I love selling this brand. I think I found like 4 of these at this particular thrift store, and I snatched up all of them. They still have a pretty good sell-through rate. And then one of my best finds at this store was this Gudrun Sojin dress. I don't know how much this is going to go for, but it's going to be pricey. And then I'm out at the car now, but something I didn't get to show you guys was this leather bag. It is lime green. It is a very trendy shape, this kind of like baguette looking shape, and it's by a brand I've never heard of before called Tote Le Monde. Never heard of it before, but pretty good comps, and with the shape and color combo, I'm very excited to get this listed. All right, you guys, it is actually super duper late. You can see how dark it is outside. I ended up not including the bag I got from DSW, the bed stew bag, not including that. I got an additional 55 items from thrift stores. I have been blazing through the thrift stores today, and I found some really great stuff. Definitely did not get to show you guys everything, but some top dollar things. I think probably I haven't priced everything, so I can't even give you average sale price. There's a lot of higher end stuff that I just threw in the cart so I could keep moving that I haven't priced yet. I need to like figure out the style for it, but I did come across, and I showed it in the video, a Birdwell collaboration like Birdwell breeches with Todd Snyder, and I can't find any information like on pre-owned sites, but I do see it, so I assume that it's new because I can find it on actual like websites for purchase. So I am going to have to do some research to price that, but I thought it was a really cool collaboration that I didn't know about. So that is probably my favorite find today. Plus I got a ton, and I mean a ton, of Y2K tank tops, baby doll tank tops, and those always flip so quickly for me. So those really help to pad my sales, as well as a lot of really good plus size items. All right, guys, well, I'm going to end the video here. I hope that you guys enjoyed spending the day with me. I hope that you enjoyed a little bit of the personal stuff in the beginning. If you guys want to see some more day in the life, let me know down below. What kind of things would you like me to cover? Do you just want to go thrifting? Do you want me to cover some more of the personal stuff that I'm doing, or maybe like my time management to make sure that I get enough done in the day? I like showing my morning routine a little bit. That was kind of fun. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.